Hey YouTube, it's Strictly Broken here, and today we're gonna show you guys another match game from our locals, the final game between first and second. And joined with me today is another special guest, Thomas the Dank Engine. Introduce yourself.
Hello,
Yeah,
I'm
and
Thomas.
Thomas the Dank Engine. You might know him from foreign, but you might not know who he is. And yeah, so today's game is played by. It's between what was it? Dal Segno the Capo on the right and Love Live Honoka Waifu on the left. So both really mediocre decks, but they did make it to the finals. So,
What does that say about your locals, man?
I don't know. Maybe they're just really good players, dude. But like locals, it's just a local event, so this happens all the
Yeah.
time. It's normal. Uh, and yeah, they're just shuffling here.
Do you know if the Dal Segno player was splashing some DC cards or?
To my knowledge, he was splashing no DC cards in this deck.
Oh, I see.
Seems kind of unflavorful to do so, right?
Uh,
I mean, I know
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of events you could splash, or like things you could just splash, right?
why
Like,
don't you like monies and stuff?
yeah, like money, or like the xylophone event, like things that are just like not trait related, just like things you have to draw. So, and I think there are some cards that dig. They're
Oh yeah,
available with Dal Segno. Yeah,
Creek, but
like
yeah, I guess Dalsania can take advantage of Creek, but
as a blessing brainstorm, right? Yeah.
it does. I know like DC players like to play the anti-change in their deck, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I think the finisher is like draw two, ditch one on play two. So I mean, seems like a fairly easy splash because you're also running tons of blue, from
um,
what I understand.
dude, I am not familiar with these decks, dude. I prefer to just look at the decks that matter, but sometimes being familiar with all these decks is a good thing.
Jeez.
Dude, it's just edgy,
All
man.
right, so
Look at
game's
that
about to start.
camaraderie, dude.
Sportsmanship.
Hand,
Oh man,
so adorable.
they shake hands before the game.
Dude, it's Canada,
Holy
man.
shit,
It's Canada.
too polite.
Okay, so dice
Oh
roll.
yeah, I do. I my locals does that too, with a two.
Looks like Dalsenio is going first. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know.
And, oh, they both ditched three. Part of their opening mulligan. And two climaxes out already for the Honoka player.
Two climaxes and an event, so no value in
Yeah,
gates. No gate value there.
fortunate. Yeah. Clocksa really plays that. Milling, that's a bomb, right?
That's a
No,
salvage Inazuma. So
that's a salve. Yeah, yeah. You're right.
500 power. So
Mm.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think Honoka deck has any way to deal with it at level zero actually. So, uh,
But you do have these fat booties that are 4K.
yeah, it's true. He's just gonna salvage something. Possibly a play for next turn. Probably. That's the what card is that?
The pay one, mill four, and clock swap. So good card.
Yeah. That's a really good card, yeah. Uh, Clock's Climax. She's out one at this point, what we can see.
Yeah, one visibly.
Yeah.
There's a bit of glare in the back, but yeah. I think both decks, just because they're not that good, you don't see any explosive zero games, right? Like you see some decks where,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, Delsing has some really nice level zero cards, like that Clock Swap thing
yeah,
and the Mill 4. She does the Costless Runner, they have the salvage thing. But they don't really, yeah, you're right. They can't really, like,
do something
do,
crazy. Yeah, like
yeah,
I mean, if you open like multiples of the clocker, maybe. He was going first anyway, so
yeah. Meanwhile, I mean, all Honoka deck wants to do is just maybe stay at level zero for a little longer, because he's out a few climaxes, wants to slow it down. Uh,
it is fair.
plus off field a few turns in a row, because I don't think Dalsenio can reverse that Honoka.
Oh,
Oh, okay. plays the runner.
Plays the runner, but keeps the character in the middle.
We'll see if she keeps it in the middle.
Oh, I think he might just try field. Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay. It's an attack 3 times. All right.
I think that's correct,
Bet.
right? Because Honoka wants to pay stock, needs stock at level 1 for their 1/1s, right?
How much stock? It depends on what Dal Segno player has in their hand. Because, like, uh, uh,
Worth, dude, already worth.
yeah, I guess.
Already
If the
worth.
Honoka player doesn't have the field set up in their hand right now, it's kind of bad. Uh, but
You got a +1 though.
yeah, they can. I mean, we'll see what they have in their hand. He didn't stand his card. Oh, there it is. Now I can't brainstorm. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, uh, the Honoka deck requires quite a bit of stock. It likes a little bit of stock at level 1.
Yeah, so rushing it might actually be the correct.
Yeah.
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 So well played, DC player, well
And
played.
the deck doesn't get value off climax plays either, unless you're running. There might be like some
I think
climax combo.
there's a two-soul combo he's playing. It like
Yeah,
calls
is
the
it
1/1 from the deck. Yeah.
Okay. But it's not really like something that'll like blow you out if you try field.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he's not even playing climax right now, so it's just like
Damn.
figures a door. It's out 3, 4. I think he's out. He might have one in his hand.
Yeah, probably.
He has one in his hand. I think he has one in his hand. So he's out 4. In a pretty sizable deck.
Yeah, because he couldn't brainstorm that turn either.
Yeah. He has no stock. Kind of unfortunate.
That's suicide.
At least.
Wait, it can only shove characters into the deck, right? Yeah, so.
Yeah, it only shows character stack inside. Clock's yellow.
I have no idea what that.
What is that card? I have no idea what that card does either. Is that? Is that? It might be like a. I have no idea. What does that card do?
Seems like a beater. It's probably a beater. Like, assumably, it's probably a beater.
I need to know what that card does.
Isn't it the chain?
Oh, it reveals top. So on play, reveal top. If it's on trait it gains 15 until the end of your opponent's next turn. It's not bad.
So 1065.
Yeah. And then she's gonna pump it probably,
Yeah.
and get. Oh, yeah. And she's. Oh man, how big is that now? It's like 7, 9, 5.
10, 5, maybe 6, 5, 7, 5.
Did she give the ability? Nah. It's pretty big.
Oh, cancel. Pretty good cancel.
Cancels. That's a nice cancel.
Oh,
But
that combo's good, right? It gives another character salvage too.
yeah, it gives itself it's pretty good with the Oni, yeah, that pumps.
Yeah.
But it does kind of restrict your back row.
Uh-huh.
And a little bit.
Why didn't he do 2 of them? Like,
I think it has to be in row, doesn't it?
Does it have to be? I have no idea, but like.
Are you talking about like 2 combos?
Yeah, he left because he can on attack pump.
It's on it.
You on attack pay 1, give 2 characters on reverse.
Yeah, that's true.
The other one back. I mean, his waiting room isn't that big. Maybe he's looking for more options next turn.
I mean, he had a turn of 6 cards. It's like.
Yeah, maybe he was expecting like a plus in climax trigger, and then he didn't need another plus.
Maybe he has another one in hand.
Maybe.
Yeah. We can't see their hands.
Unfortunately.
But Honoka player canceled twice, right? I think.
Yeah, double cancel, so it's pretty good for him.
Did he cancel? Yeah.
Double cancel. Even though he was L 4, so. Oh, 2 soul. 2 soul, man. Good card.
2 soul. He's gonna play something. Okay. Good play.
See, I don't know why he didn't bring out a 1/1 to the front row, right? Like, he's basically sacrificing a lane for no reason. Like, he could have used the combo to bring out like a 1/1, right, and killed the DC player's board, but
yeah, that's true. But I mean, if he didn't have a second like good back row target, then I don't know. Maybe he prioritizes a double brainstorm next turn.
Fair enough. Oh
if
yeah,
he wants
he's
to
like
get that out.
LOI.
It's a
Yeah,
costless combo.
it's a pay one on
It's a pay one on play. On play.
on
Okay.
climax. Do the play? Yeah,
Now Honoka's on death, I think.
yeah. I know the Konoko's on play.
No, the salvage thing.
Yeah. Well, he said it was on
Okay.
play. I'm not.
Okay.
Dude, Honoka is not my girl in love life, man. I don't know any of the cards.
Safe. Did he front that second attack
He did.
and counter? Okay. The Dal Segno player cancels.
Nice, 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 nice.
Uh,
Oh, tie.
that's bad. It's a tie.
Eats the three though.
But it's fine, I think. Uh, it's in a pretty favorable position for Dal Segno, I think. I mean, they probably won't clock,
Yeah.
so the cards and clock will, so they can get it back into, so they won't go back into next refresh. But I mean, they're on the play and they're tied in damage, so it's gonna be a little bit of a damage lead, and the
That's
Honoka player is gonna be less compressed into their next refresh comparably because
he does
no
clock
way.
though, so that's
Oh,
interesting.
he clocks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Fishing for the climax, maybe.
maybe. Well, now he has like a full waiting room, so the combo gets like so much more value now too.
That's true. Yeah. There's another power pump to play.
Yeah, looks like he's going double combo this time. So
Yeah.
those power pump cards are like Dalsenio got the first one, right? Uh, like
The bouncing thing. Yeah, yeah. It got
they
the first copy of it.
they seem very good.
It's
They seem very good.
the thing about it in Del Segno though, like if you compare it to the railgun one,
Yeah,
it kind of restricts your back row a little bit. Uh,
that's
because you can't get value off the bounce unless one of your back row slots is committed to the power pump. And it's still a good card, but just something to keep in mind.
because Railgun one has like a really tangible first ability. It's like crazy. You get hand fix every turn. That's like nuts.
Yeah, yeah, but like the other thing is like the combo that you run in the railgun deck, it like gives you more slots on field, right? You like bounce all the shit and then
Yeah, that's crazy
you
too.
play the card, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you don't lose value off like if you have multiple of the field pump, you can like do some
Dude,
cool
you
things.
realize the Railgun card, the level one combo combines basically the Honoga Dex and the Dalsenio
Oh
Dex
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah. It's true.
3/5 counter.
Yeah, strong.
He should be checking top for that counter effect, but looks like he
Yeah.
isn't.
Misplays.
Well, I mean, like, I think 2/5 is already bigger than that 1/0, so maybe that doesn't matter. Oh,
Yeah.
he can't. Oh, he would have missed it too. It was a climax.
God. Oh no. Two takes it.
I think you see the
Hmm.
Honoka player like struggling pretty hard. Doesn't have a lot of stock versus Dalsenio, who has like 6 right now.
Yeah. I mean, he had a pretty rough start.
That's true.
Like, he wasn't able to set up very well the first turn on level one, so he had to play like a pretty bad field that got reversed and farmed by the Delphine player. So it's like naturally just gonna be a pretty bad time
Forced to play the
for
1/0.
a little while. Yeah, and now he doesn't have a climax, so uh, do you know how many are going back for the Delphine player? It's like seven. I I'm I haven't been paying attention, so
It's hard to pay attention in these games, man. Like usually, like I have trouble paying attention to numbers if it's not my own game. That makes sense.
yeah.
um, assume 7 or 8. Probably 8. I mean, like you try for 8, and I assume these players are not bad players, although they're like pretty well-respected players. So I just assume they play
Yeah.
optimally.
Hmm.
Cancels off the top like a pro.
Oh, my
Off the
truth.
top again like a bro.
That was like a 50-50 shot to not trigger, but uh, hmm.
Clocks the early play heal.
So
What does that mean? I
he
guess
clocks it.
another one.
Interesting. Maybe he just doesn't want to spend a stock.
Possibly. Yeah, that might be true. That card is just so good. He's just doing it every turn. That's so nice.
God. That's a level 2 reverser, right?
That's
No,
one
that
step
card's
above.
no, that's a little, yeah. God.
If he plays the climax again, he would have resolved the climax every single turn of this game so far.
Pretty good.
Good player, dude. See, Canada,
Yeah.
we have the best player. We draw our plus and combos like every turn.
He plays Dak, the Inazuma thing. Probably it's milling a lot. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you had another copy. Yeah. Does he have a climax?
Maybe not.
Man, this field gets really big. Oh,
Yeah.
he's climax. Oh,
Never
okay.
mind.
Of course. Man, this is really sad for the Honoka player. It's like getting reversed every turn, and he's gonna have to hand encore the cards, probably. But he only has like 2 cards in hand. It's a pretty bad look. And does the combo.
Targets the early play. Oh god, I
Cards,
think he
cards
misplayed.
are
Oh
really
yeah, see.
big.
Oh my god, he go.
Oh,
Oh god.
oh, no, not like this. Oh my god.
That is
No.
actually so
Oh
punishing.
god. Oh god. That's it's the worst feeling.
Dude, he even targeted the
He
early play for the combo too.
doesn't even get the stock.
It didn't get the stock, doesn't get the extra salvage.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Oh man, that's really bad. I guess he got the heal, but it's just like, well, I mean, okay, well,
He just takes the low.
then he just takes damage, I
It refreshes the
guess, and then he
collectibles.
reaches on a climax. That's pretty bad. But that was a really bad misplay from the Dal Segno player. It's like,
I mean, like the Nico anti-change is so bad. Maybe he doesn't even like expect the Honoka player to run it. And you look at it. It's like a
that's true.
waifu deck, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's like, yeah,
You're like,
I think he drew it, probably, because
oh, no, the Honoka like the brainstorm can salvage the Nico.
no. But I mean, like, if you see it in the guy's waiting room, you're obviously gonna
Yeah, for sure.
keep that in mind, right? You probably, if you didn't see it, then it's an understandable. It's just like a really funny blowout.
That's hilarious. Oh my god, the Honoka
It's
waifu with the Nico spy.
fortunate.
But you know,
It's not a wife day. False advertising.
the yeah, the Honoka player's so behind, like 3,
Yeah,
4.
it's just like really bad. Like a really big lead for Dal Segno, even with the misplay. It's like, uh, it's pretty bad because the Honoka player hasn't been able to like play climaxes like every turn like the Dal Segno player has. So
Yeah,
even though he's like one on field sometimes, like some turns he's retaining field, but can't really take advantage of misplays or like changes in tempo, like with that Nico anti-change play, because he doesn't have a climax.
yeah, he just has to like chump. He's still just chumping damage. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. And like even now, I feel like the Honoka player might have misplayed because he's like gonna die, right? And he's leaving those one ones and 1 zeros in the front row. Like those can be 2 or 1 damages.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair.
It's dangerous. He's living life on the edge. Very dangerous. I do not know what that does, man.
What the heck is that card?
Level 3 killer, maybe. I'm presuming.
It's like a Uh oh, interesting. Yeah, it's kind of a level 3 killer. It gains 2000 times X of the level. The character opposite it when it attacks, and it like on reverse pay 1 to draw one.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's actually
So
pretty
he's
good.
gonna like pump it
Oh my
and then
god. That's 4 turns in a row.
oh man, that's so bad. It is another climax. He's gonna pump it. Wait, it's gonna be like what, like 10, 11, 17K, 17.5. It's pretty sad.
Well, this might be another misplay. He should be fronting the center first, right? Because those are valuable side lanes, side for one lanes.
Yeah. I mean, if he knows he's gonna wait a second. Yeah, I don't know actually. He probably should have. Is that game?
I hope he gets punished for
No.
this.
Uh, yeah, you're right. His most valuable attacks are the ones facing level ones. So he should have just.
Oh, side cancel for one. Cancel on one. OP.
Oh my god.
Dude, cancel on two. Cancel on two. Right here. Just right here, man. He just paid one to pay out the climax. He didn't even salvage because he wanted to
Yeah,
salvage.
he's not gonna get the salvage. Yeah.
He just yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter that much at this stage. Yeah, he refreshes the climax. Okay.
Ooh, he might actually die here
He's
against the
like
Honoka player.
6. The Honoka player is at 3-6,
3-6, yeah.
3-5.
Three
No,
six, 3-6.
it's 3-6. Okay, it's gonna overswing. Maybe triggers a climax. No, it's 2. He
Whoa!
cancels. Okay.
On two.
So
The misplay. The
the
misplay. We
god
missed it.
cancels
If
come through for the Honoka player.
he gets one more turn, 3 stock though.
It's time for Hail Mary play probably.
3 stock, no
He
pump.
can probably brainstorm to get a card, or he plays another copy of the burn. That works. And he plays the event. Okay. What he's
Warrior
gonna get?
returning alive, basically. But instead of warrior, it's Honoka.
He probably should be getting like there's nothing good to get. It's last turn probably, so he gets the Suicider.
Are we gonna see some trigger shuffling into the dex plays?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's a level 0 he can play. So the Dal Segno player's finisher is on reverse. So like or
Or not?
or interest. I mean he's gonna crash, but oh no no
Oh, he claps too. Claps, then he triple cancels.
oh oh god
That's great. It's like, thanks, man. Thanks. I triple canceled.
oh uh what is that yellow card?
Check top six. Pitch
Oh,
3
is
of
it a
them and
stacker
gain one.
thing? Oh, it's a stacker. Oh, okay.
Pretty good for finishing.
Okay. Now the Delphenia player's just gonna do a whole bunch of stuff while his opponent is at 3-6.
Just to, guarantee that win, I guess. Oh, the video ends here, cuts out, because my camera kind of sucks. And, but yeah, just assume that the Dal Segno player wins this turn, because he does. I mean, 3-6. He's probably going to even take him to refresh. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the game.
One player just double triggered. It's like pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, he like, Honoka player hits for 3, and then double trigger. Triggers a double soul, triggers a double soul. So he actually had 3,
Yeah.
3, 3, even without a climax. So that's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But Dal Segno player canceled everything like a good player. Yeah, that was a very like sacky game. Probably one of a fairly sacky game I've seen in a while. But there were some things like I think the most interesting thing definitely was the misplay with the anti change, and The only question I have about that is like, do you think there's ever a board state where baiting an anti-change is actually like a valid play? Like, I don't know if the Japanese, I don't know if
Mm,
the Gandalf right was baiting an anti-change necessarily, but if he does anti-change it, he does have like no stock to play level threes next turn, right?
that's true.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
Mm, it's true that you can. Uh, that's a valid point. Yeah, anti-change costs a lot. Because it's so powerful when it's used correctly. The Dal Segno player is super head. It's potentially like if we're being charitable, yeah, sure, I guess he could have, in quotes, screwed up just to make the Honoka player, use the anti-change. But I mean, as we talked about before, it's not necessarily a card that you expect in a Honoka deck. It's a Nico card in Honoka deck. So, and he also like played as if he thought he was going to get the reverse, like he was going to get the attack at the level 3, because he, as we saw, he gave the combo
Yeah,
to level 3. So,
probably
I
wasn't
mean, it
smart.
ended up working out for him because
He
yeah, it
canceled.
ended up working out for him because and the Honoka player didn't cancel. So, no, like the tempo loss was like super marginal.
Yeah, and the other thing is like if it was a good anti-change, like most anti-changes in the game, it would actually just be an anti-damage there, right? But
Oh yeah,
the Nico one is specifically terrible, probably the worst anti-change in the game. Like if I would be as far to say, because it
yeah.
summons a character.
Your opponent still gets a stock. He still gets an attack. So
Yeah, like and with like a 1k1 on the board, it still gets the soul too. So it's like
hmm
it's just one soul less than the thing you were originally intending to anti-change. So, I don't know.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on like? So this was an interesting point that was brought up a bit a while back. What are your thoughts on which game state of the game do players make the most misplays? Like we
Mm.
looked in this game that we saw in this game that end game there was a bit of like putting zeros in the front row instead of ones maybe, or like planning your attacks in an order where you can maximize value
Yeah.
in terms of fronting and siding, stuff like that. And the zero game was very straightforward overall in this game. But and so which one do you think actually takes more, like quote unquote skill to play well, the zero game, like the early game, or the end game?
Mm. Um. It's hard. I think rather than late game, I want to say mid game, where you have to make some decisions regarding what you have to field. Like say at level 2, right? Um, depending on, you have to make some snap decisions based on some uncertain decisions. These are decisions with some uncertainty involved. You have to decide. You have to make decisions to field cards based on whether you think you'll be level 3 or level 2 still. Uh, you can make, sometimes that'll win you the game or lose you the game. Like whether you make the correct decision in those scenarios, whether you judge the game state correctly. I think those are the hardest. I think that's where skill is tested a lot, um, where you have to kind of intuit the correct play, feel the flow, as you might say, because sometimes leaving level 1s on the field at level 2 can be a fine play if you anticipate that you're going to stay at level 2, or if you think that you have to stay at level 2 to win the game. I think it can be an acceptable play. But obviously, if you know you're not gonna, if you're just gonna hit level 3 really fast, it's
Mm.
not that acceptable. I think a lot of people make the most mistakes around there because it's like uh, there's not like a defined set of things to do.
Yeah.
Um, you're not specifically playing a combo. You're like doing some things. You're playing an early play. Most decks play an early play, but it's not the other slots. The other things you do with the cards on your field. Kind of challenging sometimes to know exactly what to do.
So rather than say the early game is the most skillful or the late game, you're saying the mid game where uncertainty actually exists, uh,
Yeah,
the most is the hardest game state, and that is
yeah.
I think that's probably. Well, I mean, it's everyone's opinion which game states the hardest, but that is a very fine and valid point. Uh, Anything much else to say?
I mean, we saw like these players make some mistakes too, like in mid game.
Yeah, the end.
Like attack order, uh, not necessarily keeping in mind what their opponent could like. Using the field as a resource actually is kind of a hard thing. Um, Something I struggle with sometimes. Using the field correctly, thinking about what it gives your opponent when you field certain cards, like level ones, in a scenario where you're like behind. Um, Whether it's okay to maybe open up the slots instead of trying to claw your way back in the game by a hand advantage, which the Honoka player is trying to do, but it didn't really work that well. Yeah.
Um, Now, I guess a final question, and this question is kind of relevant, leading into Railgun's release that just got released and everything.
Sure.
So the Honoka deck, like we saw a combo that doesn't actually it doesn't actually plus hand, it pluses board, which is still a +1 by every sense
Mm-hmm.
of +1, but it doesn't actually plus you like it's not a you don't get to select your resource from like a broad range. You have a specific resource you have to call out, right? And so you can't actually prepare for following turns with the combo. It only establishes your current board state. Do you think those combos fall short of traditional plussing combos, or are they a valid strategy? And this is important for
Uh,
Railgun.
I think the combo, it really depends, really, I think, on what the rest of your deck can do. Um, in Railgun, I think it's acceptable, mainly because uh, you have a bunch of ways to plus after the fact, and you have very strong discard outlets and some pretty good selection. Like, I think it's I don't know if it's necessarily inferior. I don't know if you could say it's inferior because it just affects how you hand sculpt in the early phase of the game. So once you've confirmed that you have the combo in your hand, you would change. Like normally, people search for your combo, like level one cards to play, the support, your back row, right? It's like pretty bread and butter stuff. You search for your like the cards you'll play immediately level one, usually.
Yeah.
People, right? You'd say that's accurate. But with those combos, you can like uh, normally where you like discard your advanced summon or like filter it out for something else, you'd probably just keep it, right? Because the combo, those kinds of combos make it so you don't have to search for your level one pieces. Your combo gives it to you, so you can just your hand sculpting starts just the time period of like the way you're pacing your hand sculpting is changing a little bit when you play those combos.
So like, for example, you brainstorm at level 1, the first brainstorm you hit. In a deck that plays a combo that calls board, you would probably even search your early play for the level 2.
Yeah, or like your backups, right? Cards that you're not gonna get like off the combo, but cards that are useful to you. So like you probably get a backup or something. Like the first I can go through my thought process a little bit when I'm playing Railgun because I've been testing with the future cards, future deck of the future a little bit. I usually search for like a backup first,
Yeah.
and then after that probably like some copies of the advanced summon. After I confirm that I can play the combo at level one. So after I see that I have the climax and like the combo piece, I just search for other things. I don't need to worry about level one because you can even like do things like you'll clock away your level one pieces, whereas other decks can't. Uh, uh,
I think you're right about that. So, like, just to sum up what you were just saying, it's completely just a different way to tempo your hand.
yeah,
Like you shouldn't be playing the same way, and you shouldn't be evaluating your game states the same way as playing a
yeah,
traditional combo like Shimakaze or Minami or Marika. It's more of a you have to realize that the board is gonna be there with the combo, and so what you're searching is ways to maintain that board, like
yeah.
counters or future boards, like immediately with your brainstorms that you hit. And
I think we saw that a little bit. I think the Honoka player we like, commented a little bit when the Honoka player played plus two soul. I think it was the only turn he played climax the entire game. Uh, he
unfortunately,
instead of taking advantage of the fact that he could like spawn out a 1/1, uh, just for free with the combo. He searched for a brainstorm instead, and he made like some decisions to field some very inferior cards on field in front just to get that brainstorm out. And you have to wonder if that was worth it because he ended up losing like he kept losing 2 lanes every turn because um, after that, which I mean he was already behind, but losing those 2 lanes every turn certainly didn't help.
Ah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and
So
it's all because he didn't like
evaluate this type of combo
yeah
properly.
yeah
I think you're absolutely right. That's great. I think that's actually that's very good to know, right? Because like when new things come out like this, we can like look at existing things and we can actually test with them and see
yeah
why they're problematic and why the new things should actually be played differently like that. So that's awesome. That's great and exactly what this series is intending to do, right? To build discussion and have some dank info like that come out. Awesome. Thank you so much, Thomas the Dank Engine, for coming on today with your dank commentary and your dank discussion afterwards, man. Really
yeah.
appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I mean, yeah, awesome. In the future, we're definitely gonna have more awesome guests like these come on. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned to the videos and comment, like, and subscribe. This is Strictly Broken. Signing off, and see you guys next time.